Hello everyone and welcome to my Sister Wives Gossip. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Fans bash Giudice over expensive purchase. Get a job. Real Housewives of New Jersey fans are bashing Giudice over her latest lavish purchase and taking it one step further. They are saying she needs to get a real job, but what else are the followers saying about the reality star? More so, what did she buy to trigger people so badly? Keep reading for more details. Fans bash Giudice over expensive purchase. Get a job. Giudice is the eldest daughter of Joe and Teresa Giudice. She grew up in front of Bravo fans on Real Housewives of New Jersey and watched both of her parents go to prison. The hardest part was worrying if her father would get deported. She wanted him to fight along with her three sisters. Yet it became so tough and was very hard on Joe. Eventually, it was over and they said their goodbyes, which also signified the end of Teresa and Joe's marriage. Teresa has since moved on with Luis Ruelas while Gia headed to Rutgers University. She graduated with the goal of becoming a lawyer as she saw how she wanted to help people like her father. As seen on the show, she was working but has since just been figuring out what kind of law she wanted to do. Now, she has taken to TikTok as she needed to buy a new car. Gia explained that she had been driving her sister's car while she was away at school. With her coming home, it was time for a new purchase. Gia and Teresa headed to the Porsche dealership with Gia testing two cars. While driving, Teresa shared she had one of the cars during her first season of Real Housewives of New Jersey. Giudice left followers hanging but showed her choice off on Instagram. Fans had a lot of thoughts over Gia's lavish purchase, and they were not positive. Followers wondered how Giudice was able to afford this car without a real job, so to speak. Many noted the various endorsement deals that she has. Monsters and critics further elaborated on what Gia does as she collaborated with her family for Shine X Giudice Girls. Plus, she has deals with White Fox Boutique, Represh, Baddest Bod, and Cakes Body. Finally, alongside her mother, the ladies have their own iced coffees with the RYL company. So, should Gia really feel bad about what she was able to afford? At the same time, she has to remember how she got here. Giudice, the eldest daughter of the Real Housewives of New Jersey star Teresa Giudice, is no stranger to the spotlight. Growing up on reality television since she was a child, Gia has always been under the public's watchful eye. But this time, the 24-year-old found herself at the center of controversy after flaunting a jaw-droppingly expensive purchase on social media, sparking waves of backlash from fans who weren't shy about telling her to get a job. Purchase that sparked outrage. Gia recently posted a series of glamorous photos on Instagram, showcasing her new luxury handbag, reportedly a limited edition Hermes Birkin priced at over $20,000. In the photos, she paired the bag with a chic designer outfit and a caption celebrating hard work paying off. But instead of praise, the comment section quickly filled with angry reactions. Many fans accused Gia of flaunting wealth she didn't earn herself, while others slammed her for being tone-deaf during a time when many people are struggling with inflation and rising costs of living. Get a job and buy your own things instead of flaunting daddy and mommy's money, one user wrote. Another chimed in, it must be nice to grow up privileged. Some of us work 2 jobs and can't even afford groceries, let alone a $20,000 bag. A third commenter bluntly added, congratulations on doing absolutely nothing to deserve that. The long shadow of Teresa and Joe Giudice. Gia's expensive purchase and subsequent flaunting struck a nerve partly because of her family's history. Teresa Giudice, her mother, famously served prison time for fraud, while her father, Joe Giudice, was deported to Italy after his own legal troubles. Because of that history, many fans feel the Giudice family flaunting wealth comes across as distasteful. When your family's past involves scamming people out of money, maybe don't show off a $20,000 bag on Instagram, one commenter wrote, echoing the sentiment of many others. Gia, who graduated from Rutgers University with a degree in criminal justice, has spoken publicly about wanting to be a lawyer one day. She's even interned for legal firms and expressed her passion for defending her father's case. But despite her professional aspirations, critics argue that she's leaning more on influencer deals, Bravo connections, and her mother's fame than on building a traditional career. The divide among fans. Not everyone is piling on, though. Giudice still has a loyal fan base that defends her right to spend her money however she pleases. Some supporters argue that she's young, successful in her own right, and shouldn't have to apologize for enjoying luxury. She has endorsements, she models, she's on Bravo, she earns her money. Let the girl live, one fan countered. Another wrote, "People are just jealous. If I could afford a Birkin at her age, I would too." This divide between critics and defenders highlights the growing conversation around reality TV offspring, kids who were born into fame and wealth and are now navigating adult life in the public eye. Gia's response. So far, Gia hasn't directly addressed the backlash, but her recent Instagram stories hint that she's unfazed. Just a day after the Birkin post went viral, she shared snaps of a night out with friends in New York City, sipping cocktails and wearing head-to-toe designer clothes. If anything, Gia seems to be leaning into her luxe lifestyle rather than shying away from it. But given her family's infamous past and her own aspirations of becoming a lawyer, the optics of flaunting extreme wealth might come back to haunt her, especially if she ever wants to be taken seriously in the professional world. The bigger picture, celebrity children in the spotlight. Gia isn't the first celebrity offspring to face backlash for flaunting luxury. From the Kardashians' younger generation to Bravo's other reality TV kids, fans have often accused them of being out of touch or spoiled. The difference, however, is that Gia's family history makes the criticism sting sharper. For many viewers who remember Teresa crying table flip or the family's bankruptcy scandal, seeing Gia now flaunt designer purchases feels like a slap in the face. On the flip side, Gia grew up in front of cameras, with much of her life judged and dissected by strangers. Some argue she deserves a chance to carve out her own path, even if it involves enjoying the privileges her family's name affords versus personal choice. The situation raises an interesting question. Should children of reality TV stars be held accountable for their family's past mistakes? Or should Gia be free to enjoy her purchases without constant criticism? Public perception, however, doesn't work that way. For Gia, everything she posts online will always be viewed through the lens of Teresa Giudice's legacy, both the glamorous and the scandalous sides. And for fans, that Hermes Birkin isn't just a handbag. It's a symbol of generational privilege, reality TV wealth, and perhaps even unearned success. Could this hurt Gia's career goals? If Gia truly wants to become a lawyer, she may need to rethink how she portrays herself online. While social media glamour shots work for influencers, they could undermine her credibility in a professional legal setting. Clients and firms may question her seriousness if they perceive her as prioritizing luxury over hard work. One fan put it bluntly, "If you want people to respect you as a future lawyer, maybe don't act like a spoiled influencer on Instagram." Gia has shown resilience in the past. She has weathered her parents' scandals, built her own social following, and maintained a level of grace despite constant criticism. Whether this handbag backlash will slow her down remains to be seen. The verdict. At the end of the day, Giudice's expensive purchase and the resulting backlash highlight the fine line reality TV kids walk between privilege and personal choice. For some, she's just a young woman enjoying the fruits of her labor and family name. For others, she's an out-of-touch influencer flaunting wealth that doesn't align with the hardships of everyday fans. What's undeniable is that Gia knows how to keep herself relevant, whether through fashion, family drama, or her future career ambitions. Love her or hate her, she's not going anywhere anytime soon. But one thing is clear. The next time she splurges on luxury, she can expect the internet to have something to say about it.